We're live.
We're live. It's session 9. What's it called? Dead like
The journey,
Dura.
the journey continues.
Is it bad that my reaction was, we're live, Dura isn't?
We're live, but Dura's not.
Dura sure isn't.
Sure isn't.
Man. Dura is definitely not.
Dura's dead jokes getting more mileage than Dura.
At least he lives on in our sense of humor.
And soon our jewelry.
I was gonna take it up a notch, but I figured that's the thing I was gonna say is definitely crossing a line.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, last we had left off, there was a bit of a conversation that had been had over Dura's corpse. And one of our new compatriots had found some concerning evidence in the background while setting up their camp. You guys may initiate roleplay or can begin however you like. It's up to you when you leave.
Sitting where they are around the fire, after having chat with Amiri and Xandri, small talk with any others who had the stomach for talk. After some time, but before everyone was settled to head to bed, Myth stands up and looks around at everyone. My companions, I would like to say something. Something that I was hoping Dura would have been here for. Dura has shown to us that we can be better than ourselves, and that sometimes we need not always be as subtle as we need to think that we have to be. I told you all once, those who were there to hear it, at least. I come from somewhere far away. However, far away is different than you might think. But sometimes words are not enough to explain it. I trust you all enough that some of you still may have a step back. And Myth takes a few steps away from the fire and closes his eyes for a moment as energy begins to crackle and swirl around him, and he dispels his change shape, and his skin turns this iridescent purple and teal. Wings stretch around from his back, a tail forming at the base of his back as draconic features begin to take form, scales unfolding over his body. Iridescent magenta horns crest from his brow over the back of his head.
Okay. You could definitely see that Amiri like noticeably shakes for a moment, but manages to not fall off of her log. What?
Well, you certainly don't see that every day.
No.
No, definitely not. Uh,
Eh,
uh,
my skills are better.
Myth just turns and looks at Xandri with a smirk.
Oh, notably vain. So a dragon, then.
One who's been tossed around by time itself.
Can't say that I've had the pleasure of meeting a dragon before, but the stories tell your kind as, bigger?
There are many of us with many forms. Some who are titanic in size, some who hold a more primal nature. Many of us try to find a comfortable place within the society we find ourselves. I find this shape fits most comfortably.
Hmm.
You're from a different time? You said something about time and being bounced around.
From exactly when, at this moment, I cannot fully recall. My kind are not normally stationed in one place in one moment. We've seen many, but something occurred. Still foggy to me, but it sent me reeling until I found myself crashed and occurred. But I gathered as much as I can of myself, and here I am. Amongst allies and companions, friends that I did not think I was going to find.
so Amiri just suddenly starts bursting out laughing. Um, and you see her like pat her lap, and she goes, I'm really sorry, but I was just suddenly overwhelmed by the image of Dura trying to eat you."
And I bet that would be one hell of a show.
Yeah. Oh, oh man. If he knew we had a dragon in our group this whole time, I think he'd blow his lid.
Well, if we're lucky enough, perhaps we can rip him back to us and return him to where he should be. He may just get his
Agreed.
chance, even if I have to rip time asunder itself.
I'm
Well,
sorry, you said you're from another time. Is that the future or the past? How does that work exactly?
I'm not quite sure at this moment. It's a bit complicated. It's not all an A to B. Sometimes it's A to L to 3. It gets a little bit wonky.
So you don't know what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah, can
I
you see
cannot
the
say that I
past?
do.
Can you see the past or the future?
Not myself. At least, as far as I am aware. Others were more clairvoyant to what was and what could be. Mine, at least from what I can vaguely remember, was shifting the now.
Does that even have meaning?
But yeah, now is always shifting.
No, now it's always
Correct.
moving.
It's always doing something. I can kind of twist it a little bit more.
Mm.
Adam turns to Lindsay, who has been writing down probably this whole thing, and just
Yeah, furiously scribbling.
yeah. He just looks at her. He's like, "Yeah, that's about right."
Yeah. It's just you think her quill might catch fire.
I did not wish to completely hide all of this from you. Not at this point. I still will take the form that you've seen me in previously, especially in more public spaces.
Yeah,
As there are many who still do not understand that not all of us are monsters.
yeah. I will point out that the two bandits haven't left yet. They've been kind of waiting for instruction for what to do. So they're just kind of standing around when this happens. They drop whatever they are holding, jaws agape. But they're just like, "Well, if I didn't want to be on your bad side before, I definitely don't now."
Well, if no one else has anything, this is me. And I thank you for having my back thus far. I hope that you shall continue to as we trek forward. And the magic begins to swirl and shift again as Myth's form reshapes into that of the pallid ginger elf you previously saw.
Adam leans over to Paul and is like, "I feel like I've become privy to something that I have not earned the emotional burden to be privy to it."
Paul is just gonna lean back to you and like absentmindedly go, "Uh-huh."
Like, I shouldn't have been here for this.
Uh-huh. Huh. That's something. Oh boy. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Oh, I never assume I've seen everything.
Uh, uh, wibbly wobbly time dragon. I would imagine. Yeah, you probably know better than I do. Okay then. Wait, the reveal there.
Right then. So we're burying the orc in the morning then, yes? Or burning him, or what did you decide?
Myth looks over to Amiri and Xandri. What did the two of you think was best? I feel a pyre would be a noble option for him.
Well, Ragongar did say that usually orcs burn their dead. I mean, I know our tribe usually does also, so that's a good sign of respect. We do, I guess, Xandri, you wanted to get some of him first? That's
That
weird to say.
at the very least, they'll keep us connected to him. A reminder of what needs to be done.
Yeah. And I mean, you never know. I've heard of rituals that can bring people back, so it's possible.
No, it's not possible. It will happen.
One way or another, we will not fail.
We just need to find someone strong enough.
Yeah. It'll take time, but we'll get there.
That is something I will take care of during my watch to make certain that no one else is bothered.
Hmm. I mean, you do it whenever you like. Uh all right.
Adam trying to continue to be cordial to these new people he just met, but also changing the subject. Then after that, where is your group heading to? Personally, I think I find myself heading back to Brivoy, seeing as you all killed the Stag Lord. I was clearly not meant to be here.
Well, I mean, I don't know how you would know where you were meant to be, but this is Lindsay, by the way. But we are heading back to Brevoy anyway. I mean, our job was to kill the Stag Lord. Now that he's dead, we have to report back to Jamandi to get um the next steps, I guess.
No, we have some other things to take care of along the way.
Yeah, we were talking about that tree. Did we still want to do that on the way back?
I think
I
that
don't
was
see
the
why
plan
not.
on the way back to Oleg's, right?
Yeah, are we gonna go to Oleg's or are we gonna go straight to Brevoy?
Well, if we
We
go to Oleg's,
should
we
at
have to use
least
the
make
road.
sure that some word is sent to Oleg's if we're not going to stop there.
Much easier to travel along the road. I was planning on stopping at Oleg's first.
I
Okay.
believe he
We
also
plus
owes
we have
us some coin.
radishes for him too, don't we?
Yeah, you did have some radishes. One thing
the
I
boar.
will note is that of all the loot you guys gathered in this place, you did not find a wedding ring.
But we did like search for it, right? Or
Yes, you did. I counted it in your search. It is not here.
okay.
We also need to figure out what we're doing with He jerks his thumb at the owlbear cage.
Yeah, the owl bear just very grumbly lays there in the corner, like very grumpy.
Oh, I think rather simply put, we could rig up some string or something to pull the latch open as we are leaving, that it may find its freedom on its own time.
That's probably the safest option.
Mm.
I mean, I can definitely agree with that. Octavia will chime in and be like, I think I can just If we want, I can mage hand the knot open.
Excellent idea. An arcane solution.
Yeah. My uh dexterity with the magical hand is a little more than most.
Very good then.
And
Okay.
I would
Well,
say that that is our plan of action.
do we want to take the horses? Be a shame to let the owlbear eat them.
It would also keep some of more of us off of our feet as we travel.
Yeah. Just remember that the horses don't like Misha, so he has to stay in the wagon.
Yeah, I don't like horses.
Knock knock.
Adam raises his hand. Also, not a fan of horses.
We're gonna need more wagons.
Well, there is one that is very damaged in the corner. It does seem to have the remnants of circus paint on the side of it.
Hmm. Yeah, I was waiting. This is what Misha. He sees that thing and he knows exactly what it is, but he wanted to wait until people were asleep.
Okay.
Was that wagon there before me?
Yes.
Okay. That is the easiest answer.
Yes. All right. So are you guys ready to go to bed? Is that what's happening? Also, before you guys do go to bed, Haps will approach and he'll be like, "Hey, listen, I know you guys said that once the Stag Lord was dead, we'd be free to go, but I just want to check in and, see if there was anything you guys wanted from us."
Daddy's checking in before he can clock out. What a good employee.
I think what I personally want is for you to get a good night's rest, not under the tyranny of the Stag Lord.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. But I don't know. We don't I don't I honestly I kind of thought I was going to die in that fight. Um didn't really have a plan for after. Um you you think like they need guards over at Oleg's?
It certainly couldn't hurt. Might as well make your way there. You could find out.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I guess me and Paul make our way to Oleg's and hopefully we'll see you guys there some point.
Say that is a good hopeful.
All right.
And if the working at Oleg's doesn't work out, I would allow you to accompany me to Brevoy.
Okay. Well, hey, I mean, work's work. It's better than something better than execution. So and to be honest, I don't really think I want to do the whole robbing people thing again. Um
No, no, of course not. I would show you a life of heroics.
well, maybe that's something we can work on.
It is, after all, it would for me to deny one such as yourself an opportunity of redemption would not be right.
Well, thank you for your kindness.
So saith
Um,
Saren Ray, so saith the goodly gods.
Oh, this is a weird change of pace.
Sometimes that's what life throws at you.
Yeah.
But you have an opportunity here to make whatever
Yeah.
is to come better than what was before.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. This is gonna be weird. Waking up and not having to worry about somebody either stabbing you in your sleep or torturing you because they're bored. Um, but luckily, there's been a lot of people around here that he's been kind of occupied. He kind of like makes a very sad glance over at Adam, winces, and kind of like looks back.
I'm gonna be honest, I was reading something on my character sheet. I missed that. I'm sorry.
He was making a comment about how, luckily, lately the Stag Lord's been preoccupied with torturing other people, so he hasn't had to deal with it in a while.
Oh.
And then looked at you and winced.
Fear not. His murderous machinations were but a footnote in the glory that is my existence.
Why
My
were you in
wounds
that
will
cage?
heal.
Why were you in that cage? What happened? No one. I don't think anyone has really asked you.
Well, think from what I gather, quite like your fallen comrade, I was outnumbered. I came here to try to put a stop to the Stag Lord.
By yourself.
Yes. I am quite capable. And I am destined to destroy a great evil of our time, as divined by prophecy. I thought maybe it was the Stag Lord. Apparently, it was not. And so I shall continue on to find whatever it is that will darken the horizon of tomorrow.
And Misha's eyes kind of glaze over as you're talking.
Yeah.
And he kind of tilts his head and he's like, "But you were in a cage.
Yes. I
Part of the plan?"
No, I thought I had been rather clear that I was, like your friend, outnumbered, and things had not gone my way.
Hmm.
And yet I live.
You do. You do live. Lindsay keeps scribbling.
Perhaps I shall recant the prophecy for you sometime.
Well, I'd certainly love to hear it.
I bet you would.
She just kind of winks at you and keeps writing. Okay. All right. So are you guys going to bed then?
Myth certainly is.
Yeah. I assume we set up some sort of watch.
Yep. Who wants to set up the watch.
Oh. That was perception, right? Fuck it, I'll do it. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Yep, sorry, I was dealing with stuff. What are you saying?
I said I could do it.
Okay. If you want to do it, then you're gonna roll me a perception check.
Yeah, I've got a 10 in perception, but it doesn't make sense for me to do it here, I think.
Hmm. Oh,
I have an 8. I don't know if you have higher than that.
I have a 7.
Can we do it together? Is there like an aid?
Well, aid is its own camping action. Hold on.
First roll of the night, baby.
Well, you do have a hero point.
Oh man. Fine.
It's one of the females. She's the more rambunctious of the two.
Why is it asking me if I wanted to add a bonus to the roll?
Let's try that.
That's
Yeah,
better.
good one. There you go.
It's a much better option.
Well, it literally could not have gotten worse. So.
It could have.
No, you can't get lower than a 1.
Not with that attitude.
All right. So, you feel like you can confidently defend yourselves and organize a decent watch with that. So, between the watchtowers and stuff, you guys realize that as long as you sparse it out again, as long each person will do like 1 hour a watch, and you'll be fine.
As a note, Adam at no point offers to take a watch spot.
As a
Good
note,
to know.
Adam was never offered a watch spot.
Perfect.
Sorry, you guys don't get watch for themselves. We've known you for 3 hours.
Oh yeah, no, I might rob you, but it still doesn't. It like Adam does not offer to take watch. Like, which would still be a polite thing to do.
Yeah. Polite does not seem to be something in Adam's repertoire. Oh,
No, not super polite. I mean,
polite.
while in conversation, he'll do that. But in this moment, where the opportunity presented itself, where he could offer to take a watch spot, he does not.
okay. Ragongar will set up his totems. Octavia will set up her alarms.
I feel like I made a
Um,
mistake, like by self-narrating that you guys wouldn't like Adam, because I haven't really done a whole lot specifically, and you're all on the like, we don't like Adam train real fast, and I was like, I haven't done anything yet.
I'm not on the I'm not. I don't
Sorry,
like or
not
dislike
everyone,
Adam. I
but
don't know
like
him.
there's a thing going around. It's like, give me a chance to be mean.
Sandry has a reason for disliking you.
That I'm
It's
not
in
Dura.
the
I don't know what.
posted in the Discord.
He doesn't like people who thinks they were chosen by the gods. It's a thing.
Fair enough.
got opinions.
There's a bit of an arrogance
Oh yeah. But like,
tone, so you have to. It is what
it's
it is.
0 to 60 real fast on that.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. All right. So is anybody else doing anything before we go to bed? And like I said, you've already had your food and stuff like that, so you guys have eaten.
Yeah, I'm waiting until it's like the middle of the night. Not even
Okay.
my shift. Until like the majority of people are asleep. And then I'm going to the wagon.
Okay.
During the during my watch, I'm gonna quietly harvest a couple of Dura's tusks.
Okay. You're gonna have to give me a survival check on that.
That I can do. No, I cannot. Fuck. Where I was trained in that. I mean,
You
it's
could
just
still
like
roll.
harvesting for a talisman, right?
It's still you're harvesting a creature's pieces, which is a survival check
How
usually.
cleanly do you desecrate this corpse?
Can I
Yeah.
can I make that untrained?
In this instance, because you're going for a specific body part, yes.
Why are you asking me for a bonus to roll every time? Why? Why?
Go
Why,
ahead and
universe?
take my hero point.
That's better.
Wow.
Thank you.
Hold on a second.
I don't know if it's good, but it's better.
Well, you managed to not totally maul his face, so there's that.
That's better than what we would have gotten.
Well, what was I going to do? Decapitate him? Oh,
I was
right.
gonna say what you could do. You accidentally
No.
cut his head off.
Who gave their hero point?
I did.
Don't. Amiri will instead give you her halfling luck. I mean, not Amiri, Lindsay. Lindsay will give you her halfling luck because she just got shared luck.
I don't know what that means.
It means I didn't have to use a hero point, and you still got it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. All right, so you get the tusks. You manage to not destroy his face. Now, everybody else is pretty much mostly asleep except for the people that are on watch. I'm guessing, unless anybody else has anything else they want to do.
Can I meditate to do the thing?
I mean, yeah, you do your thing, but that's
Okay.
that's downtime stuff. Oh, okay.
Misha,
And
do the thing.
then, yeah, Misha.
Yeah. So I never fell asleep. I was just waiting till the camp like became. I heard more of the outside nature sounds than the rest of the camp, and I sneak over to the wagon, and I go inside and I just start searching for anything and everything.
Give me a perception check. Okay. So you can definitely notice hints of dried blood and what seem to be like claw marks and teeth marks in the wood all over the outside and inside of the wagon. It does not look like weapons caused these like um the gouges and stuff in the wood, it looks like claws and teeth and things like that.
But has the rest of it been like? Is there any sign of anyone? Like, there's just like nothing, just the empty wagon.
There's like tatters of fabric that are soaked in blood. But there's no evidence of a person. I'm looking for something right now. You'll find it in a second. Just give me a minute. So the one thing you do find, and you're surprised that no one found it. Like the you know of like a little compartment that was in towards the driver's seat, like right underneath. And when you open it up, you can at least find a persona mask. Now, the persona mask is normally a white alabaster mask that covers the face. This one seems to have red stains dripping down the front of it. And these are normally considered like the tragedy or comedy masks. And this one is definitely geared more towards the tragedy.
Um, and do I know who's that? Like, do I recognize that? Have I seen that before?
Yes. Yeah, I'll message you quickly.
Again, I guess the question would have been, when I've seen it before, it did not have the blood on.
Correct.
Yeah, upon finding that, he kind of is fearing the worst, and he just kind of slumps his shoulders in the wagon and he just starts to sob. And I think he just sobs himself till he passes out because he's exhausted.
All right. Well, since Zandri set up the watch order, who was the person that was doing the latest night watch?
That would be Myth.
Myth? All right, Myth, give me a perception check. So, you could definitely hear the sobbing coming from somewhere in the camp. Like you're up on one of the towers looking around, but you could definitely hear it coming from down inside the building somewhere.
I'm gonna make my way down and see if I can locate where it's coming from.
Yeah, I mean, if you follow it, you'll eventually follow it to the back of the wagon where there is a little Misha just kind of curled up in the back of it.
Myth walks over and sits down. My friend, what is troubling you?
He looks up and you can see that his eyes are redder than normal, and he just says, I think they're all dead."
They
And
who?
you see him holding this bloody persona mask. This is our wagon. And if you look at the wagon, you can kind of see like the shape that clearly something happened.
Myth puts a hand on his shoulder. I would not jump to those conclusions just yet. While it is grim, we have to hope that it is merely the results of them standing their ground.
Then where are they?
Is the question we'll have to find some answers to.
And why is it in here?
It could be they were raided, and this is what's left from that raid. But it does not mean that this is the only remnant left of them. It's more than you had before.
Are either of you trained in survival?
I am.
Roll me survival.
I am not.
So while you're looking around the cart, roll me a survival check real quick.
How about that hero point I didn't spend earlier?
Hey.
Correct. How about that?
Hey, how about that?
All right, there you go.
Your points doing
So-
work for the first time ever.
So you can tell that largely it looks like these are mostly like wolf claw, wolf bite marks. These look like animal attacks, basically.
Misha, look here. These do not look like the marks of weaponry. It looks like whatever happened to this cart was at the paws of something natural from the wilderness. Potentially a pack of hungry wolves or something of the sort.
Doesn't instill me with a lot of positiveness.
Makes me believe that there is a higher chance of survival than if they had gone up against bandits unprepared. Animals are erratic, but can be dealt with. Going up against people is what makes it more dangerous. This is more than you had previously, more than you knew. Now we have something to go off of.
This is true. And he looks at you and he just nods. And as he's nodding, he actually, you see him holding this persona mask. And he slowly takes off his like kind of half scully cap that he's had on. And when he does, you can actually see that his ears have basically been cropped or burnt basically to just nub. So he doesn't have any of the pointy protrusions like Knock Knock has. And he replaces that Scully with this dried, bloody persona mask. And he goes, "We'll find out what happened."
We shall. Now, go get yourself some rest.
Yeah, and he'll just get up and nod and walk off to wherever his bedroll was or tent.
Myth makes his way back up to the tower and continues until the end of his watch.
All right. And the night is peaceful.
That's what it wants us to think.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh
And
boy.
the morning is not.
Oh boy.
Oh
Red
boy,
sun
indeed,
rising.
I'm sure.
Hey, listen, I get to have a good time.
All right, who's getting struck with lightning twice this time?
All right, let's see. So, first things first. Okay, that makes this interesting. Okay. All right. So, weather-wise, when you guys wake up in the morning, the sky is rather clear. There doesn't really seem to be much cloud cover. Though you could kind of shortly after walking out of your tents or walking out of shelter in general, you can tell why. One, it seems unusually cold out for this time of year. It doesn't really seem to have any like negative effects on you, but it's just to the point where you can see your breath. Though, um, there does seem to be particularly high winds today. You can see some branches and things floating through the air. There's the occasional debris, but it's just a strong wind.
Adam wakes up like relatively early as the sun rises. And whenever somebody else, it doesn't really matter whoever the next person up would be, he makes a comment to them. It doesn't seem wise to perform a funeral pyre this morning. Winds are so strong that they might carry the flames and burn a forest down. Not in the cards today, I think. And whether that's PC or NPC, I don't care. But I put that voodoo out there.
Yeah, so let's figure that out real quick. Myth. When would you be
Yes.
waking up in the morning?
You did take
Probably
probably
mid morning. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. All right, Xandri, when are you waking up in the morning? I feel like your daily prep is a big one, so probably decently early.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if the cold would slow me down or not.
Not if you believe in yourself hard enough.
But like, am I warm-blooded or cold-blooded?
half and half.
Oh, fuck, I didn't even...
Half
Why
and
you gotta
half.
bring
It's like an
that
ice
up?
cream truck on fire.
Oh, it's like conversations I had about centaurs on Tuesday.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, this is
If a
basically
centaur
a
were to
snake.
wear pants, would they wear pants like this or like?
I mean, I guess since I'm kindling my inner fire, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah. You currently are not paying attention to that. Also, You gotta remember that it's you guys are in the like end of spring right now, so like it's cold for spring. There's a chill on the air. It's not like debilitating.
So yes, I'd probably up early-ish.
Then it is likely you who I said that to.
Yeah.
Mm.
If it wasn't you, it was Amiri, because Amiri would definitely be waking up early. So would Valerie.
You can always continue riding in the cart until it is time.
Yeah, that is fair. Did we were we planning on taking the damaged cart? I'll need to take some time to repair it before it's rollable again.
I believe that was someone's intention.
I don't
And there
think
are
we have
plenty
much
of horses to pull it.
with the number of people unable to ride horses. I believe we would have to.
There's only 3 horses, right? I guess Rupert, who I don't know if is
No,
here or
there's
outside.
technically 5 horses. Because there's
I was just
Rupert
looking
is
at.
a named horse. Island had a horse.
Myth has a horse,
Myth has a horse, and then
Okay.
there's these 2 horses here.
and I assume like Valerie and them also have horses.
Yeah. They have the off screen, their NPCs, we weren't worrying about them horses.
Yeah, no, we fixed the car. Misha pushes to fix the wagon. If not for him, for knock knock. And I don't know if I think you said Lindsay was a halfling. I don't know if she had something to ride or not.
Halflings notoriously ride ponies.
Well, yeah, I didn't know if she had one.
I think as one of her NPCs, she was in charge of her own transportation, and so she probably does. But Elder Druid, we can't hear you if you're.
Sorry, I keep getting interrupted.
No, you're good.
You're good. Um,
It was just a matter of the NPCs have their own horses. Yeah.
yes. Yeah. Like Valerie came with her own horse at the beginning. Amiri also did. So did Lindsay. Um,
So it's
Lindsay has a pony, but yeah.
uh, so it's Octavia, Ragongar can take the 2 horses that are here. Taps
Yeah.
and Paul that are the problem.
Well, they can go on foot if they need to.
That's rude.
They can drive the cart. Because I don't know how we could even drive a cart if horses don't like. I don't know how we would be able to drive a horse in a cart if they don't like us.
It's
So I
just
think
I don't know. Carts
Oh
are
no,
weird because
you're riding in the back of the wagon. You're not driving the wagon.
well, that's what I'm saying. I know we wouldn't be able to even drive the wagon. So Haps and Paul, I guess they wouldn't have to walk. They could ride the cart.
I mean, we could form up a caravan and just have horses lead horses.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Like-
guess this one they say a cart fits two. Does that mean in the seats? Oh,
A cart will hold 2 people. Yeah.
but
Yeah,
like
then that's in the seats with without stuff. Obviously, we're not. Don't worry about that right now. Um.
Like a cart could hold more than that, but that's neither here nor there.
They're
Yeah,
like
I've been counting it as 2 in the seats up front and 2 in the back in the storage compartment.
then I believe everyone has transport.
Yeah, I think we should be all good.
Adam has. Does he get one of the extra horses? I guess.
He would be in the cart with me.
Yep.
Got it. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I keep forgetting that you horse. be kind of
Dura's
difficult to
body
ride.
is luggage. So it doesn't take up a person spot anymore.
No, it doesn't.
He takes up 2 luggage spots though.
It's at least 5 bulk.
Tied to the hood.
A carry-on and a
Definitely not overhead storage.
No, definitely not overhead storage.
well, that's where we put the head.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Well, I
That's the
guess-
map. That's the map I was looking for.
And I'm going to assume Octavia frees the owlbear once we leave.
Yeah, we're gonna see how well that goes.
The one time the dice hate you.
Oh, it's not about hating me.
That's fair.
So what was the plan with that? Everyone exit the fort, and then she would mage hand the
You're just
cell
on the way
open?
out.
Yep. So she's gonna tell everyone, all right, guys, make sure you get as far away from here as possible. Don't worry about me. I'm going to make myself invisible, so I should be able to slip right out.
Good.
Yes.
Nice.
That was the best possible outcome.
Perfect. Just perfect.
I am
Alright.
trying to find. I cannot remember if there is a spell or not that protects like bodies from like decay and forget. I don't
That's
remember
a
if this
rough
is a thing or not.
I know Thaumaturge gets one. Thaumaturge gets one where they can drop a flower on somebody and it stops them from dying.
Yeah.
No,
But they
I'm
also
not trying
get
to prevent
another
death.
one.
I'm trying. I can't
No,
remember if there's specifically a spell that
Yeah, Gentle Repose. Level
Gentle-
2, Arcane, Divine, Occult, Primal, and Elemental.
gentle repose. Thank you.
And was there anything with Dura
divine?
that said we had to have burial rites by a certain amount of time or anything?
We're guessing.
Nothing. Yeah, you guys don't know.
I thought maybe Amiri. I think it is Amiri.
She
The
still does.
best
She knows. She's guessing too.
the best guessers were Amiri and Ragongar. One because barbarian, one because orc.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah,
But they didn't know. They don't know
Oh,
Dura's specific tribe or his specific culture. They're just best guess sort of deal. The reason I'm asking is because I'm trying to, like, before we get too far into what the day would be, Adam would have prepared a spell just in case, and just to I'm trying to preserve. I'm going to burn a spell slot for that spell. I can't find it, but
Yeah, it's a second level spell slot. I do have it here. It is definitely arcane. Sorry, it's arcane, divine, occult, and primal. So
yeah, I
it's in all
can't
four.
find it on the rank 2 spells.
Yeah, spell 2. It's there.
Is
It's
spell it?
gentle repose. GentleRepose.
Yeah, the only spell that is rank 2 that is showing up on the divine list for me is Gentle Breeze.
Gentle breeze.
Yeah,
That's weird. Hold on.
which just might be a remaster thing. I don't
It
know.
might just be a remaster thing. Hold on. Oh, you know what? It probably is because Gentle Repose is a D&D spell too.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably have a
Okay.
new name for
But
it.
it would not have made sense to change the level. I'm just going to burn a level 2 spell slot and cast that on
That's
Dura's
fine.
body, so that way we can burn him at our leisure and he won't rot in the meantime.
Yep.
Oh, that's neat.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, you'll have to cast that with each daily prep to keep it going. But
Sure, yeah. I mean, until the body is gone, he'll just keep preparing it and calling it a day.
Yeah. All
One
right.
of these days we'll have nice enough weather for a funeral.
Oh, that day is not today. And you guys do manage to get out. So you guys leave. You do hear some horrible screeching and crashing noises. As well as a bunch of other general ruckus. And eventually Octavia appears behind you guys on the road. She definitely makes you sweat it for a minute.
I wasn't worried.
So now you guys do know that the sycamore is this hex here. So it is towards the end of a day's travel northeast from where you guys are.
Oh no, we're gonna have to cross the river.
Yes, but we'll get there when we get there.
Awkward.
Now, is that the way you guys want to go, or did you want to go back to the hex that you guys have been and take that extra time to loop around? Or do you want to go straight to Oleg's? What do you guys want to do? Where are you going?
I mean, more explore, more better.
Yeah, I
like
think we
should
were
head
gonna-
for the sycamore.
Yeah, I thought that's what we were gonna do on the way back to Oleg's.
Okay.
You want to go look at a tree? Are there not many trees?
It is a kobolds, I believe.
Yeah, and
Hive
some
nest.
shape changers as well.
Oh. Well, my response up until the shape changer thing was gross, but shape changers, now that's intriguing.
Yes, I mean Oleg did say that there was a. I believe he said there was a kobold. They were having some problems, and we did encounter them, but we were headed to the Stag Lord first.
Yeah, you guys do absolutely have a side quest to go deal with some kobolds that have been causing problems for the local farms.
Well, I couldn't really care less about the kobolds, but I am interested in these shape changers.
Yeah, Amiri will kick in and be like, "Yeah, there was some weird footprints. They seem to go from like little person sized to actual kobold tracks like halfway through a trot. It was weird."
Hmm. Definitely worth investigating.
Okay. Now, who is not in one of the wagons while you guys are traveling?
Myth is riding a horse.
Myth is riding a horse. Who else is out riding a horse?
The rest of us can't ride horse.
Okay, so
The
yeah,
NPCs.
the NPCs.
And
All
I guess
right.
Mason and Aelin.
Aelin and Mason.
Did
But also Myth and Aelin pull our wagon, so
did Haps and Paul did they depart from us? Or they're traveling with
Well,
us still, right?
Yeah, they were going
Yeah.
to I think Oleg's to see if they could get guard work.
yeah, they were heading
Or something.
directly to Oleg's.
Okay, so they're not going the same way we are.
No, they're not going with you
Oh, I
to
thought.
the.
Oh, I thought they were coming with us on the way to Oleg's.
No, no. They were saying they'll meet you at Oleg's.
I imagine that conversation that we just had about the shape changers happened before we would have ended up splitting to explain why Adam came with you guys and not went with Paul and Ruben.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or Paul and Haps. Ruben is dead. Rest in peace, Ruben.
Seems logical.
Okay. So, yeah. I mean, if you guys wanted to ask them to come with you, you can ask them to come with you before they leave. I mean, I didn't think about that, so that's on me. But
I was mostly just curious. I have no. We have so many NPCs. We didn't need two
Yeah.
more.
yeah. Oh, it's kind of where I was at. So, all right. So yeah. In that case, you guys do head out in the morning. They head out towards Oleg's. You guys head out east. The initial leg of the trip seems to be relatively peaceful. You guys come to a point in the river where it forks off in two directions. It forks off to the northwest and forks off to the northeast. And in the middle, right where it forks off, you can actually find a section of water that seems to be only about 3 feet deep, making it relatively easy to traverse. Babbling brooks, lots of flora and fauna up along the banks, feeding and stuff like that. Um,
Well, that's convenient. Now none of us will have to get wet.
yeah. So, crossing the river is nice and easy. And then after another 4 or 5 or so hours of travel, you guys do approach what appears to be a very large, old, and it's not, you can tell it's not dead. It's just it does not have any leaves on it currently, except for like a couple right at the base. Now one thing that strikes you guys as probably the most eye attention thing is, as you guys approach, while there is nobody currently out in the open, you can see the corpses of kobolds that have been stripped of their gear, and these little blue gremlin looking things all over the place. You can tell, like I said, they've already been stripped of their gear. They do not have any of their equipment currently on them. There are huge puddles of blood in the ground and scorch marks, craters, rubble all over the place. You can tell there seems to have been almost an all-out war going on here.
Well, on one hand, I do take back what I said about the tree. It is impressive enough a sight of on its own.
What in the hell? What's happened here?
You guys want to look around?
Yeah, I think Adam goes over to this. I assume this is a kobold corpse over here.
Yep.
Can you take the circle off of Lindsay? I don't think
Oh,
she's casting
yeah.
anything right now.
No. Sorry, I didn't.
Sorry, it's hard to see through it.
You are good. And then, boom. Ta-da.
Thank
Yeah, no problem.
you. And I think I just would. Is there anything I can roll to just investigate the body and look closer at the corpse to get maybe a more solid idea of what was going on here? Besides
If you're
all-out
trying,
war?
yeah, if you're trying to like determine how he died or something like that, that would be a medicine check.
I wasn't sure if it was just. I mean, I sure I'll do a medicine check.
Yeah, I don't know.
Casual 23.
Yeah, so you can you can tell just by like looking over the corpse that this guy seems to have been um blasted with some kind of weapon that shoots marbles. Because you roll him, as you like roll him over and you inspect his corpse, out of a crater inside his body, marbles just roll out.
Hmm. What was your name? Myth, right?
Yes.
Could you come here, please?
What have you found?
Can you shoot the ground there with your weapon?
Sure. GM, do you need me to roll, or can Myth
If you're just
discharge something?
if you're just discharging into the ground, you could just discharge into the ground. That's fine.
Yeah, Myth's just gonna quickly pull out the dueling pistol, discharge one.
And I think the idea there is that Adam like then digs in the dirt to like try to find it, like marbles versus bullets, like if these are the same things, like because guns are a foreign weapon. I think everybody wouldn't really know much about them, so
No, they are very rare here. So like
right.
most
So
people...
I'm looking at this corpse full of marbles, and then I'm like, you know, I haven't paid much attention considering I've never seen him use it, but I did hear like you have a weird weapon, and it's kind of like putting two and two together. Maybe maybe it was something like this. Probably then realizing that the bullet itself is much farther in the ground than Adam understood it to be, and then just was like, oh well, here, and he like shows Myth the marbles, and it's like, are these what you use in that?
No, these I think are
I'll be right
just
back.
marbles.
Well then,
Like children's marbles almost.
Oh, what are they made of?
GMium.
GM stepped away a second. We're
Yep,
gonna have
yep.
to
It's like
GMium.
yeah, GMium. Only found in dungeons in which you have mastered them.
The
In
mice
any
couldn't
case,
run.
these are
that made me laugh good enough that my back started hurting again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
No, don't be. That's a good laugh.
The question is not what they're
Okay,
made out
They're
of.
they're glass marbles. They're just regular ass glass marbles.
I didn't know they were metal or glass.
Well, the answer to your question is glass. The question that you should be the more pertinent information here is the cause of death is these marbles. He's riddled with them.
I think this is more than any slingshot I've ever seen used.
Yeah, as a gunslinger, you could definitely tell these were launched with some velocity.
Is there any way for me to figure out any familiarity with what could have done this?
I mean,
Would engineering help?
yeah, sure,
Actually, though.
sure. Yeah, actually,
Are
though.
you one of the 7 characters that
Damn
have
it!
more lore
Damn it!
All right, so here's what happens. If I may take the reins, someone tell me that this is wrong if it's wrong. But I think what happens here is like you begin to like focus on it, right? But Adam goes to stand up, and Adam is like he goes to like grab you as like a prop to help him get up, sort of. But like he's clearly not actually doing that, and he's just wiping some of the mud and blood off of his hands onto you, but trying to disguise it, and that just like fucking like completely derails your entire train of thought.
100%. What in the hell's gross.
Oh, I didn't realize. My apologies there.
Yeah. Now Myth's just focused on cleaning off the gunk.
Oh, all right. So, is anybody else looking at anything? Xandri, you do anything? Misha?
Is it possible to use lore warfare to figure out the trajectory they came from?
If you're thinking out loud, I imagine the trajectory would be from many different directions. If I might point out, and he points way like past the group way over to like the northwest, and he's like, "There's a body over there. There's to the northeast. Like I can see a body over there, and gods know how many on the other side of the tree." Plus, I believe what we can't see on the map here are the numerous amounts of little gremlin guys that are also probably dead.
Warfare. I mean, warfare.
Warfare is the fashion skill.
Oh man.
We are apparently
you-
all
you-
very bad at our jobs today.
You can definitely tell it's a war. You know, I'll give you a hero point.
I will immediately burn that hero point and go down.
Oh my god,
Oh,
somehow
man.
be worse.
Well, they were
Oh.
definitely fighting each other.
Hey, how many you said marbles? I mean, how many holes are in the
So
coal
it
ball?
looks
Is it a
it
lot, or
looks
is it?
it looks like one big hole that has many marbles in it.
Can I
It's
go to a
possible it was a
gremlin corpse?
spell. Could have been a spell of some sort.
Are the gremlins covered in the same
Yeah, that's what I
hole?
was. That's what I was just going to
So
look.
if you I couldn't find a token for them, but if you look at the gremlins, there are the occasional gremlin corpse like looted around the place. That are mitflits is their proper name.
God damn, I knew it.
But so when you inspect the mitflit corpses, give me a medicine check.
You know what? I'm just gonna assurance that and get a casual 18.
Yep, that's absolutely fair. So just from your experience looking at it, you could recognize spear wounds when you've seen them.
Oh, see, now these, I'm not even gonna get into this one. These are spear wounds. Shallow stabs, and you can tell from the shape of the blade hole.
Well, that seems more normal.
Do the kobolds have spears?
All of the corpses seem to have been looted. They are not wearing any armor or have any equipment.
Interesting.
Um, give me guys a perception check.
That's a love of great.
Holy
Oh,
fuck.
God, shit.
Wow.
God, don't fail me now.
Wow.
Is that everybody?
Oh,
All right.
Well,
So-
well. Look who's the perceptive one now.
So Adam, you notice that it at least seems that all the bodies seem to be encircling the tree itself. So you can kind of assume that the ultimate goal that they were either defending or attacking was the tree.
Adam kind of like hand on chin, kind of just like steps over puddles of blood and bodies and is like just kind of looking around, and he kind of meanders closer and closer to the tree, and he like just is looking at the tree, and he says, well, not that I can say with a great amount of certainty, but it seems like the tree itself was some object of attention here.
As you step closer to the tree, you notice something. There seems to be a gap between two of the roots, with a hole in the ground that seems to go about 10 feet deep underneath the tree. It seems to open up to a chamber down there.
Yeah, Adam snaps his fingers, and a one of like maybe there's like a pebble or something on the ground, and he casts light on it.
Down in the bottom of the hole?
He casts light on like a pebble at his feet, and then like kicks it down there, and he's just like, well, there's either a cave or a tunnel or something under here. If any of you want to come and check it out. And
Give me
that's when he
perception
kicks
checks.
it. Yeah, that's when he kicks it.
Give me perception checks.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
I don't fuck around.
We all
Oh
woke
my
up.
god.
So everyone
give
except
up.
Myth.
Myth is still just fucked up by like the goo that I put on, like the dirt that I made him be.
He's just really scrubbing it, just and it's sticking to things it shouldn't stick to.
There's no running water here.
So you all can kind of hear, "Ah, what was that? Get ready. Somebody's coming down.
I'd back up.
I have garnered something's attention, but it speaks common, so that's good. Someone else go say hi.
What? What's going on?
Under the tree, big tunnel. It's dark down there, but I kicked a shiny rock down, and I alerted something or some things, someone's not quite sure. But someone should go. Why don't you go say hi? Go say hi. Make
I mean-
introductions.
You're the one who kicked the rock. Why don't you?
If we want
Because
them to
I'm
come
not
out,
the
I can
one
just
who's
set
been
the
hired to
tree
go
on
and kill
fire.
kobolds. Oh, you could just burn the tree down. That would be horrible, though.
Only for the people inside on the tree.
It would be enough for this. Is the tree like dead, like it looks like, or is the tree alive?
Like I said, the tree is alive, but barely. It only has a couple of leaves on it.
Hmm.
Like one or two here and there. Not like it is not very vibrant.
Because I think ultimately, if you tried to burn this tree down, if the roots and tunnel, like I kicked the rock down the hole. It went pretty far. Like I think that even if this tree were to turn into a roaring inferno, the maybe 20 feet down might get pretty hot. But if it goes any lower than that, then you're ultimately just burning a tree down for no reason. And this looks like it could still have some life to it yet. I'm no tree expert, but perhaps whatever's living down there is choking the roots. Or something, I don't know.
Was the hole us-sized or Misha-sized?
It is big enough for you guys to get through, but you can like looking around, all the tracks and stuff near the thing are smaller than Misha sized.
I can go in, but someone better be backing me up.
I don't think I'm going to be particularly helpful in a tunnel.
What about Knock Knock and I? We can go with you. We're little.
And brave, look at that.
Wow.
I mean, I'm definitely good at sneaking around if that's what you need.
Not sure how much sneaking would be needed if they've been alerted, but
I mean, you did shoot one of your guns.
yes,
somehow-
but also we didn't kick a rock down the hole previously.
Should we tie a note to
You're
a rock and
welcome.
throw
I
it?
found the hole for you.
if we just want them to come out where we can, fight them properly or speak, either way, why don't we just have Lindsay write a note and we can throw it tied to a rock down?
Truly, you
What?
are the warriors who slew the Stag Lord, afraid of a hole in the ground.
I like to be able to move.
All right, listen. This is not how we honor Dura. Let's go. Amiri will step forward and start walking towards the hole.
I don't want to try out. Okay, but when the whole tree burns down, because I don't know how my magic works yet, that's all your problem.
Valerie's just like, well, I guess we're going spelunking.
Fine. Well,
You make us more light.
Oh. Well, I suppose I could. And what do you have on you? What do you want me to illuminate?
That is a good question. Do I have?
I mean, I'm not even sure if I want to go in the hole yet, so my divine luminance is out of the question, but I could hand some off to you.
I very much feel like our odds are going to be better if we draw them out here.
I also don't know how wise it would be to stay out here alone if we all go inside.
If we rush in there, we're going to be in a confined space we're unfamiliar with. They'll have the advantage. We should draw them out,
This is true.
lest we end up another in the cart.
Well, after a moment of you guys sitting there, the rock comes flying back out of the hole and just skips into the ground in front of you guys.
Hey, perfect! There's a rock. It is already lit.
I mean, if you want them out here, Myth, why don't you just go fire your gun into the hole?
Fine. Myth's going to go up to the hole and use the arquebus to just fire a shot downstream.
Blind fire.
Ooh.
So, give me a reflex save.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna do that this way because this will be fun.
I believe in you.
I don't.
Oh man.
You have
Holy
been
shit,
rolling
wow.
like
With the
actual
one.
shit tonight.
I'm getting Mason's curse is what
Have
I'm
you
getting.
rolled
Wow.
actually 4 nat ones tonight?
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
just
have!
How
saying,
many
I mean,
times
rolled a
have
lot
you
of ones.
rolled? Out of like 6 rolls, 4 of them were natural ones. What the fuck?
Definitely 3
I've
or
also
4,
gotten
yeah.
several.
Oh.
There's been a lot of ones.
Mason needs
Oh, don't kill us with Dingletooth. We
What?
can't die to Dingletooth.
you.
The disrespect.
First off, it's Dinge
Oh.
Tooth.
Well, I mean, not anymore. It's Dingletooth forever now. You're never going to be able to read it right.
And these are his dingleberries.
Dingletooth, I didn't see that. Oh, Dingtooth.
Yeah, Dingetooth. I read it wrong.
I like
Fuck.
Dingletooth though.
So you are clumsy too, and you are going to take 5 non-lethal bludgeoning damage as a marble like smacks you in the eye.
Oh shit.
Let those kobolds die to non-lethal marbles.
Damn. The myth is just on. He just is down. He's on his ass. Just from the pain of being shot in the face.
It's just a marble pinks off your eye. Like, ow. Oh.
Holy shit.
Take that, you stupid kobolds!
I think that was an insult directed directly at us.
A kobold.
You don't even look like a kobold at current.
Oh. Little shit.
It's our idol now! Leave us alone!
Your what?
What?
What? What the hell is happening beneath this tree?
Myth, I don't know how to say this, but we're going in.
Sure, don't let me stop you. And he just sidesteps out of the fucking way. Have at it.
You know what? Amiri, you're right. He just slams a fist into his palm, and sparks erupt around him as he opens his new gate.
Okay.
And a jet shoots out of the back of his tail as he launches himself 40 feet down the hole.
Oh my.
Alright. So hold on.
Does not invoke attacks opportunity.
Good going.
Where the fuck? Okay.
What happens to everyone behind you?
Nothing.
Anybody else
You
smell
guys-
sulfur? Why does it stink like that?
It's pure fire, not hellfire, thank you.
Um. I'm just gonna do this way because this is gonna make my life easier.
Dark as fuck down here.
It is dark as fuck.
Yeah.
Supposed to be dark as fuck. I don't want you guys to see what I got going on yet.
Do I have dark vision?
I have dark vision, but my ass ain't going down that hole right now.
You know, you'd think I would have written this somewhere.
I know for a fact I do not have dark vision.
I don't think I do either.
I don't need it though.
I mean, I won't in a second either.
Does your fire actually have an effect that it gives off light?
I mean, one of them sets combustible things on fire and leaves a hazardous terrain behind, so I fucking hope so.
Huh.
It does say it remains briefly, so yes? It doesn't say it sheds light, but what fire doesn't shed light?
Oh, I mean, if you're combusting things and things are catching fire, then that makes sense.
Yeah. So the hole is only 10 feet deep.
Yeah.
You slam.
Amiri will Amiri will drop down behind you after you land.
Now you got the Voldemort nose going on. Even more snaky.
Wow.
And then as soon as you land, you can definitely see as two mitflits seem to be pointing some cobbled together devices at you. They vaguely reminisce of a blunderbuss. And I will need initiatives from the two of you. Why is the turn order not coming up? There it is.
Oh shit, Myth, you have to see this.
Why? What is down there that I could possibly be interested in?
Children's toys?
What?
What the hell's you on about?
You?
Which of these is going to be most useful?
Yep. Okay.
That's even better than I thought.
Jingle tooth.
It's Dinge Tooth.
I know. I just find that is funny for some reason.
That
I
was funny.
I
refuse
don't know why.
anything else.
It was funny.
Take
That's
me to
why.
church.
These bastards are shooting marbles at us. It's Dingletooth until they die.
All right, Xandri, you are up first.
Yep. Okay. I just wanted to make sure it was not a overflow. I will. Where did I push the button? Thrust a fist forward, and a flaming image of what looks like the claws Duro would summon shoots out and zigs from, I don't care which is which, from one to the other. I need reflex saves.
Oh, is that both of them that's targeting?
It is a 30-foot path of my choosing.
Could be like
okay.
one big
Whoa.
draconic cloth wipe.
It shoots in a lot. It doesn't say line, but like it shoots from me. In a 30-foot path of your choice. And each creature it passes through takes the damage if it doesn't save.
Okay.
It's like a flamethrower. Oh.
Not enough, Dingletooth.
Yeah.
They're the same.
Not enough, Dingletooth 2.
They're the same modifier. So that was Urch. Whatever. Ah.
Oh, Urch.
All right. So yeah, they both fail.
They take 7 fire damage.
Okay.
And I guess that's a reflex save, which I never thought about until this very second. I will then just movement is an action. I will huck a small fireball at this one, whoever that is.
That is Dinge Tooth.
How is that?
It says on his uniform, he's got a name tag.
So
is
70.
this
My
work?
name is Dinge Tooth. No,
My name is Dinchtooth. How may I help you? Like a Walmart.
it's all written in Sylvan though. So
Ooh,
Well,
Sylvan.
that's annoying.
Right.
There we go.
Yeah.
The actual button for it doesn't work.
That sucks. You did miss though.
That's fine. I just baffled as to why the button that I didn't change from the past 5 events suddenly doesn't work. It's also the wrong spell, but I would have rolled worse with the other ones. That's fine. That is my turn.
Oh boy. Okay. Wait, no, sorry. Wrong one. That one. An 18 against your AC, Zandri.
Yes.
Now you are going to take 5 piercing damage as he vengefully lashes out at you. And then he will try again. A 12 will miss, probably. I hope.
Correct.
Yeah. All right, and then it's Miri's turn. Miri will step up. Take
Oh,
a
Miri
swing with.
smash.
Yeah, she will take a swing with her big honking sword. She will somehow miss.
Wow. She will try again. And still miss. Woof. All right. It's the other Bitflit's turn. Oh, that definitely misses. Wow.
Oh, that doesn't. Amiri will take a small slash. She doesn't seem to care too much. She winces a little bit from the pain as he scratches her with it, but and then he will throw his short sword into the wall behind Amiri. Zandri. Unless anybody else hears the commotion and wants to jump down.
Myth at this point is going to start making his way into the tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I hear them fighting and I move into the tunnel.
Okay, so give me initiatives for you two.
All right. I do not see my token, so I cannot touch my token.
Oh, where the hell are you? Oh.
In the darkness, probably.
No,
the
probably
darkness.
not. He's not in the darkness because I would see him if he was.
But he's not
He
under
must
someone.
he must have gotten left on the other map. Hold on.
Left behind.
Lost forever.
The
Okay,
next
don't be-
casualty.
He'll show up in the next
Don't be
campaign. He's just junted out of time again.
I mean, we already did that once, but
Let's go again. Let's go again.
I doubt it will be the last time it happens to him. Hey.
All right.
Huzzah.
Misha coming in hot.
All right.
Misha and Myth both hear the fighting go and go, oh shit. So Misha, you are definitely up first.
All right, so I'll move 10, and then it's moving through. How does that work? Through an ally's space.
If you're moving through an ally space, it is rough terrain, so it costs twice your movement, but otherwise you can pass through them, no problem.
Okay, so that would be 20, 25, and then 30. So I'm going to maneuver on the other side of this little blue thing, and I just hit him with
Okay,
it.
you're on your own.
I pull out the 3 nails and just. Pew!
That with flanking will hit.
Excellent.
Woo!
He lets out a little bit of a as you stab him in the back. All right. Then it is Andrew's turn.
Oh, it worked. Oh, now it worked. I hit him
You
with
do.
fire.
You do. He died. You scorch him and his body falls to the ground, twitching.
And then I will slide down to help Miri.
All right. Okay, that's 3 actions.
Hmm?
All right. So that was 3 actions for you?
Mhm.
Yep. So Myth.
Okay. Myth moves in. Raises his own blunderbuss right at the motherfucker.
Cool.
So
Oh boy.
you can okay. I'm gonna give you one little piece of information here. The blunderbuss does have scatter, which means everyone within 10 feet of the target you are shooting takes a point of splash damage.
Really? All right.
Yes. Yep. That is what makes shotguns weird.
The angle on that one seems a little odd.
It's all creatures within 10 feet of the target you shoot. It's not angled. It's weird.
That is very bizarre.
Not a cone or anything.
Yeah,
Nope.
I question that.
It does pass through both of our squares as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if it did, you'd still technically get them.
All right, well, fuck it. That's what I chose to do.
Okay, it's
They
one
get-
point of it's 1 point of splash damage.
They get small nicks as I just unload on this bastard.
Yeah.
Does it
So
hit?
you definitely hit.
Yay!
You can definitely tell that hurt as you blow a hole in his chest. He goes back, but you can tell that the hole is not very deep. He is still standing. All right, and it's Amiri's turn. She hits. She does manage to cut him a little bit. He winces and grunts in pain, but is definitely still standing. Wow. Okay. She will hit. And then And then she will cut that little bastard's head off, and he will fall to the ground dead. And Mary will step over his body. All right, immediate chambers clear. You guys are out of combat.
For now.
Oh yeah, for now, definitely. There are so this path, this cave, the tunnels are about 8 feet tall. And there seems to be 2 tunnels. One that seems to proceed up to the northeast over here, and then one that seems to proceed to the southwest. You can definitely hear what sounds like movement coming from both.
Perhaps the wisest move would be to station a few people here.
I didn't hear what you said. It cut out on me.
If we station a few people here at the entrance, we know for a fact whatever is here is not being joined by others.
That's not a terrible idea. And it would allow us to have allies we can call back on if necessary.
Yeah, just keep in mind, whoever we leave here will have to be able to defend this place from 2 directions. Because if anything slips behind you guys or comes from the other path.
We could leave a larger group here, since they have to defend from 2 fronts.
And then have a small excursion travel down one of these paths.
Correct.
Not a terrible plan. And if anything starts to become too overwhelming, we can make our way back, regroup, and rethink.
It sounds like the fighting has concluded. Were you victorious? Did you kill the kobolds?
There were no
No.
kobolds down here.
Well, are you going to come out of that filthy hole at least?
No, I think it's the best idea to start having the rest of us come down into the hole.
Why?
But we can
Because
hear
there's
things
more
moving
to
down
this
here.
than we thought.
We're going to be
Sometimes you
here
must
all day, aren't we?
sacrifice. Sometimes you must sacrifice.
Yes, I hope you're planning on some spelunking and a bit of dirt napping while we are spending today down here.
I mean, I suppose I could just be off to Oleg's. I don't see why I have to go down into this hole.
It is your choice, but
If you wish to travel a untamed wild alone,
I had been.
and you got captured,
Yes, but the Stag Lord is dead now, and his bandits scattered to the winds.
yes, but I highly doubt he's the only organized force out in the wilderness. He's just the most known.
plus there's that Tacit Worm.
Yes,
now?
that is still out there, isn't it?
A what now?
A tatzelworm.
Tatzelworm.
A beast of draconic nature. Between here and Oleg's is its hunting ground. Your choice if you'd like to parlay with it, though. Or you can get yourself a little dirty, guarantee you have allies at your back, and then we can all deal with it on our way there.
And you can have first dibs on the first bath at Oleg's.
Well, suppose if you're going to twist my arm about it, fine. I can see to it that this doesn't become your burial ground.
Plus, what would your god think if you were not to help us? Saren Ray?
Are any of you in need of funerary rites? Are any of you in asking for redemption? Are any of you undead or the spawn of Rovagug?
Oh, we'll see once we get done with this.
We already have 2 people down here that need funeral rites as it is. I'm sure there'll be more by the time we're finished.
You're referring to the gremlins, right?
Correct. Yes.
GM, are these creatures considered people?
They are
Probably.
fae. It is that is
Like-
an entirely personal perspective. They are sentient,
Yeah.
so it really comes down to what do you define as a person?
Well, I guess like the question is more or less like up until very recently, historically, like we haven't really considered goblins or kobolds to be people. They're more like and I'm just like talking about like in general, like people suddenly wanted to play goblins and kobolds as characters, and so now they've gone from monsters that aren't really to being people now. So like the question is, are these just monsters or are they people? Being that they're fae kind of answers that question, because the answer is
Sorta, yeah. It's sorta
Most
somewhere
people
between.
think fae are people.
Yeah.
Some people don't think fae are people.
Well,
Some
like
fae don't think fae are people.
like these little gremlin things, these mitflits, like there is an equivalency of them being like rats, you know? It's like they are a thing that lives in the ground and is a pest, but isn't necessarily also has a like free thinking mind, but not necessarily people.
Oh, don't say that to some rat
training-
folk.
Yeah.
Are you trained in either nature or society?
Society.
Give me a society check.
Okay. Button. Meh.
Yeah. You can't.
It's all right. I have an alternate line of thought to retort as a retort for that.
Yeah.
We didn't give that bandit a funeral. What was his name? Paul's friend.
Reuben.
But, yes, Reuben. We didn't do anything for Reuben, but you want me to give those things a funeral. He says as he's slipping down into the hole. That's what you want for me to bury. Not Reuben.
It was more to get you down in the hole.
Well, I'm
And
here.
since
You
you're
had
here-
already convinced me. I do not think
Well,
some nameless
if you're nice and
tatzelworm
convinced-
is the. I do not think that some nameless tatzelworm or whatever you would call it is the great evil of our time. So I shall not burden myself with it.
Excellent. Myth then shouts back up the tunnel. All
I will
right,
keep-
what of the rest of you?
Well, I'm coming.
You've twisted my arm. I will keep the blood in your veins and your flesh knit together.
Excellent. Well, until I need it not knit together. But that's time for another time.
Well, perhaps a smaller scouting party, since if all the chambers are this small, it will get cramped quickly.
I guess the real question becomes, who do you want and which direction do you want to go in?
I see no way of knowing which way is better. I'm closer to this one.
We heard noise from both.
These
Correct.
tunnels aren't lit, right?
No, I don't think so.
They are very dimly lit. So there seems to be some phosphorescent mushrooms that are growing along the walls in different spots that do seem to light the area just very, very dimly. Also, you did refresh my memory too. There does seem to be 2 workbenches on opposite sides of the room as well. And you could tell that like somebody spends a lot of time sitting in front of it tinkering.
Am I able to take a look at it and see if I can ascertain if this is where those contraptions were made?
Yeah, do they have any works in progress?
Give me a perception check.
One perception check coming right up. Dice roller, don't fail
Don't
me
roll
now.
on that one this time. Love of God.
Yay.
It's not a nat one.
It's not a nat one. So you do find a pile of papers. And in the pile of papers, you do find what seems to be a very rudimentary sketch of different bits and pieces and little arrows pointing them together. And then on the next page, you see a picture of the marble launcher. It looks like a preschooler drew it, but
I'm taking these papers.
okay. It looks like a preschooler drew it, but yeah.
Getting blasted in the face with one, seeing the remnants of another in the kobold. I'm taking these papers and I'm going to make this actually do something.
The little guys were onto something, huh?
Sometimes there is some genius in madness. I just need to make my way through it.
Do they count as a schematic that he could use?
It technically is a formula, yeah, for a marble launcher.
Yeah.
It takes 2 actions to activate it, just so you're aware.
Excellent.
The way it's made, there's basically like you can tell they seem to have a safety mechanism that you have to hold down in order for the trigger to be active. If you don't do both, it won't work.
Fascinating. Let's see what I can improve on in time. All right.
I trust Amiri and Valerie and Ragongar to be enough strength to hold the tunnel from 2 directions. Octavia can definitely support them with everything she does.
I mean, if you're looking to leave, what is it, the 5 of us back here? I think we 6?
Ragongar, Amiri, Valerie, Knock Knock, Octavia, and Lindsay.
Hey, you're looking to leave all 6 of those back here.
Well, if we're going to leave a larger group behind to guard the 2 entrances, there's only we either can split it 50-50 or 60-40.
Fair. There's only 4 of you right now. The others are standing watch outside. But yeah.
We've been taken by the mist.
No, the wrong campaign.
I mean, and
That's
plus they
Thursday.
really only have to cover one direction. I mean, if anything were to come behind us, they wouldn't see it anyway.
Well, they have to guard whichever path we don't take, plus the entrance to the tree itself.
Oh, you mean to the outside?
Correct.
Got it.
And then there is always
Also,
the
if
chance that
anything-
something could slip behind us as we're making our way.
Right.
Yeah, well, that I didn't think they would be able to know that. I mean, we would be down a path, and then something could slip behind us for sure. But not through the room that they're in here. I would hope not. If that were the case.
No,
then
but
it'd be
into
dead.
this room is what they're saying. This is the room your guys are looking to set up, it looks like, as your home base. At least for your spelunking trip.
So, do these numbers seem fair to everyone? Anyone have any objections, concerns, thoughts?
None that haven't already been voiced.
I guess the next step is to figure out which tunnel we're taking. Misha, Zandri, any idea which one might be the best option?
Give me perception checks for each pathway. Try to narrow down what you guys got.
You want 2 apiece, or
Yeah, 2 apiece. Nice. There you
Oh.
go.
Misha!
All right. So
Somebody had to roll one.
Yeah, I know. Right?
It's canceled out by the 20 that Zandri rolled, right? Right? That's how that works.
So for
Kind of.
the first tunnel, which we're just gonna say is the one you guys are closest to.
Mhm.
You guys can hear what sounds like footsteps and a uncomfortable amount of skittering.
Oh, lovely.
And then for those that when you listen this way, so pretty much everyone except for Misha, because Misha's a little like
I am on the
lost
opposite. I'm on the opposite side, so it does make sense. I don't hear
Ooh, skittering.
anything all the way over there.
Right. So on that path, you guys hear a large amount of voices. It sounds like there seems to be a relatively large group. Now, there seems to be one voice that is distinctly different from the rest. Still high pitched, but distinctly different from the rest.
Sounds like the bigger issue is to the south.
Perhaps that's the one we're going to take.
I suppose I will lead the way.
That's probably not a bad idea. Misha, do you want to go next? You might be a little bit easier to maneuver.
What is everybody's vision again? Since we're in dim light?
Dark vision.
You
I
have
have
dark
dark
vision.
Dimmed?
You have dim light or low light?
I need to find it.
I have dark vision.
Okay.
Because why would it be written anywhere? I have low light.
Just me then. Okay. I
you, the filthy human, is the only one who can't see anything.
yeah. I'm just trying to make sure that I didn't end up grabbing or getting something that like gave me.
Since you will be the light in the
Does my
darkness.
bloodline give it to me?
Ooh.
Okay. I Adam will draw from his belt his scimitar and cast light upon it, illuminating it with for it to cast light.
Okay.
He carries it on his back. He like unsheathes.
And it's the 4 of you. Where? Oh, I was like, where did Xandri go? Okay. Boop.
What's happening?
Misha swapped me.
Whoa! What happened?
I was coming down first.
Actually, fuck that. I'm not gonna cast light on my own scimitar. That is a holy relic. I will use one of my torches.
Okay.
I forgot I had those.
Oh. And in that case, I would just wave my hand and your torch would light.
Perfect.
Okay.
I think actually like Adam like points it at you like expectantly like
Man.
So as you guys approach, you can hear what sound like cries of torment. And when you come through the narrow tunnel out into the clearing, you can see as what seems to be 6 mitflits standing around a cage, poking their spears through the cage at a kobold that seems to be pretty much in the fetal position on the ground, just being stabbed at. The kobold will look up, see you guys, and be like, "Please help me!" And like those initiatives, please.
All right.
Oof. We used all our good ones.
Which one? There it is. The kobold is currently trapped and does not get an initiative.
we are
Who am I
missing
missing?
Xandri.
Yeah.
I rolled a 15. It just didn't select my marker even though it was on.
Did you
Uh,
click it?
Yeah.
I
No,
always have it clicked.
your marker is for some reason stuck on the cone highlighting thing. Or at least it looks like it on my
Oh, what
screen.
is that thing?
It
Oh,
definitely
it's
looks
gone
like it
now.
on my screen.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
also
it just went away. That
Yeah.
I bet you that was probably it.
Glitch in
I wonder if I had
the
clicked on the it had clicked the cone.
Yeah.
Then it's to linger.
On the off chance that these things have light sensitivity, the torch would trigger that.
Okay.
Because it counts as bright light.
Okay. They do not seem to recoil from the light in any way.
Okay.
All right. That seems to be it. Myth, you are up.
Then. Okay. To move here. We'll switch weapons to the arquebus so that I'm not splash blasting everyone.
Yep.
And I will start with this guy.
Which guy?
This one.
Okay.
Oh dear. Would this count towards that feature I have? Or is it not a skill check technically?
Let me look at that real quick.
Yeah. Because it says skill check or saving throw. I wasn't sure if this counted as that.
This is not a skill check, but hold on, let me just double check the wording on that.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, that's a skill check or a saving throw, so no, this doesn't apply to attack rolls specifically.
Oh, good. I will reload and try again.
Okay. Geek.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy.
At least none of these are crits.
That's true. That's very true. All right, well, that's all I've
crit
got.
fail with gun equal bad.
Yeah, crit fail with gun equal. I'm taking extra turns to do shit.
Yep. Adam.
Adam is going to delay his initiative until after Xandri.
After Xandri. Okay. I'll move you down the turn order then. All right. It is the Mitflit in front of Misha's turn. Okay. All right, Misha, 15 against your AC.
That does not hit me.
I almost wish
All
it
right.
could.
Bob and weave.
What is happening with that critical damage?
They're rolling a 1 minus 1. And 0 times 2 is 0.
Yeah. That's pretty funny. I was like, what is happening there? And that'll also miss. All right. So he'll take 3 wild slashes at Misha, and Misha's just stepping out of the way. It is then Misha's turn.
All right. Yeah, so Misha, he waves a hand in front of the mask, the new mask he's now wearing, and you see like an anime version of Dura's face, and he just yells Dura, and I'm gonna use lingering composition first as a free action,
Okay.
so I'll get to do a performance roll, and I believe the mask will give me a +1 to that.
It does.
So a 23. As I yell Dura, I'm doing Inspire Courage. So depending on that, if it's a success or a critical success, everyone will get the +1 to attack and damage and saves against fear for 3 or 4 rounds. I don't know what the DC save was, Mr. DM.
The DC would have been a 19. So you succeed. You do not critically succeed.
Excellent. So everyone will have that for 3 rounds. As I throw the 3 iron nails up and I just launch them at the one that attacked me. And I cast needle darts.
Okay.
Oh, excellent.
Oh.
Holy shit! So you absolutely like Halo Needler turn that guy into a pincushion, and he just lets out a horrifying scream and collapses.
Brilliant.
Dura! Yes, and that's the end of my turn.
Absolutely.
Right. I'll
beautiful.
give you a hero point for that too, because that was cool.
More of that. We need more of that.
All right.
All right. Mitflit. See which one. The one in front of Xandri. A 26.
That is thankfully just barely not a crit.
So, you'll take a whole 0 damage.
Ow?
Doesn't it round to 1 at the lowest if it hits?
I don't know.
Like for this
Oh.
exact purpose, so long as an attack hits, it does 1.
Let me. I personally don't know.
I mean, do as you please. By all means, don't hurt him.
Yeah, no. So like the way I've always yeah, no, it doesn't. It can be 1. Yeah. Okay, I do see the rule there. Yeah, so it is reduced to a. If a modifier would reduce it beyond 1, it becomes 1 instead.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll take 1 point of damage. Still, that's.
Oh
that's
no, a
still
wound.
funny. Yeah, he scratches you barely. Gives you a paper cut.
I've hurt myself more shaving.
19.
That's also a hit.
You'll take 3. And 11 will definitely miss.
It will miss. Yes.
Oh boy. Hey, Myth. This guy right here. Swing his short sword at you. That'll be a 25.
Sorry, there was a technical difficulty here. Yes, that hits.
All right, you'll take 1 point of damage.
Ow! You bastard.
And then he will try again. And miss. What's your
That-
AC?
My AC's 20. That's a critical
that's-
miss.
That is a critical miss. So
We
you'll
love to
see
see
him. Yep, you'll see him slip forward in the mud, which does make him flat-footed. And then he will swing around and oh no.
Oh,
Jeez.
It's okay. You take 2
0.
damage.
Wait, critical damage is 0.
Yeah, but if the minimum is 1, 2 times 1
I
is
know.
2.
I
Okay, that was pretty funny. He critically scratches you with his short sword.
Ow! Knock that off.
That is all 3 of his actions. Zandri.
I will say the one thing I dislike about the system is that they use diameter and not radius because they're monsters.
Just divide by 2.
Yeah, but the circle, the measuring does in radius is the problem.
Yes.
So he raises both of his hands up and claps them together as the sparks that typically float around him when his gate is open vanish, and a brilliant column of fire erupts about there.
Okay.
Cool.
What am I doing? Reflex saves?
Yes.
This feels oddly familiar. A 5-foot radius area?
It's almost like we
Hitting a
know
bunch
another
of enemies
character.
at once? Are these mitflits looking a little woofy? And them some rabbit ears, Zandri?
Look.
Ignore
This
that.
one leaves behind hazardous terrain.
That's actually really cool.
All right, I need you to drop that thing because you're making it so I can't click one of my tokens.
Oh.
Okay, thank you.
Huh.
All right, there we go. What was the save? 20? Oh, see, so only one of them makes it.
Yes.
And if it's if it says it's a basic save, that means save for half.
Yes.
It is basic. Yay.
Yeah, so they still take damage, they just take half.
And until the end of my next turn? Yes, till the end of my next turn, all of those squares are hazardous 3.
Hmm.
Or is it 4 because of Inspire Courage?
That wouldn't change that.
Okay, I didn't think so, but I'm like, I'll mention it.
Yeah, at least get the 11. To each of them, that's pretty big.
And that is a 3 action, so...
All right.
How's
Adam.
everybody looking?
I've been dinged, but I'm fine.
I
look fabulous.
Good to know.
Yes, you do.
I'm
Zandri?
bleeding from, like, a handful of cuts, but overall, I look fine.
You don't look like you're about to die. Alright.
Yeah.
We've been scratched and scraped.
I'm gonna... I think I'm gonna Divine Lance the Kobold.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna Divine Lance the Kobold. How about a 20?
It's in the cave.
That'll definitely hit.
5
Oh
damage.
man.
Ow! Why me? Why me?
You hate the dirty work. And then he casts shield.
Okay. It's this Mitflit's turn.
We're here to
That
kill the kobolds, right, guys?
Looking
my
over my
God.
shoulder. What are you doing?
What? You said that we were here to kill the kobolds. That was the job that you had, right?
Pretty sure it was deal with the kobolds. I
It
guess
sounded
killing
like
is
you
an
wanted to
option.
kill them. You dealt with the Stag Lord by killing him. I assumed that when you were going to you were dealing with the kobolds by killing them. Don't act all high and mighty. This is exactly what you were going to do.
Oh, don't worry. You've got plenty of that for all of us. I think the one in the cage, however, needs to be questioned.
Zandri, you will take 2 damage from a short sword.
Ink.
Death by a thousand cuts.
And maybe another 3 because I don't know if
That meets.
Yep, a 17 will do it. Wow. Okay. Okay. Who's next? This guy. Boom. An 18 against you, Misha.
That will not hit.
All right. And then boom. Yeah, I said that won't either. What's your AC?
20.
20? All right. He is now flat-footed. Uh, 20 against Zandri.
Yep.
You'll take 2. And then a 22 against Zandri.
Yep.
You'll take 4. And then it's Myth's turn.
Lovely.
Because you're poked twice with a very small short sword.
Excellent. I'm going
Hitting
to
the
look him square
hatchlings.
in the eyes and shoot him for it.
You definitely.
Suffer.
Is that the one directly in front of you that you're shooting?
Yes,
Okay.
this one.
Yeah. You could, like, his head explodes like a watermelon.
Wonderful.
His head
Bastard.
explodes in the same way that a watermelon would explode if you shot it point blank with an arc bus.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm going to reload and let the next person have their turn.
not like how watermelons natively explode.
Okay.
No,
In
no,
the
they
wild.
might.
In the wild.
I've spent a lot of time shooting at watermelons, so it's an easy comparison for me.
Oh, I say they natively explode. We don't know everything about watermelons in this setting.
I'll make a nature check right now. Untrained.
No.
11. I am reasonably certain that watermelons do not natively explode.
I can't breathe.
This is how plot gets written. This is how 2 a.m. plot gets written.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
I
Yeah,
can't wait to
we're
look you in
definitely-
the eyes and be like, "Help me! My watermelons are exploding.
Help me, my watermelon broke.
My watermelon broke."
Oh
Ah!
God. All right. You do still have 1 action left.
Oh no, it's to reload. That's my last action.
Okay. Misha.
Alright. And just I flick the nails in the air and fling them at that guy.
He is also just lets out a scream in abject horror as he collapses into the crowd.
Yeah, and then as they return back to me with my other hand, I raise it up, and you see this energy form around my fist, and then it just shoots out as I cast kinetic ram using my last action, and the target will need to make a fortitude saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from me.
Why the fuck does it say 20 plus 19? I think you mean your DC is supposed to be a 19.
This is I don't know why that's like that. It should be just the 20 is my
Hot
DC.
damn.
That's something wrong
Could
there.
you-
Miscellaneous.
Could you
At level
fucking
19, it
imagine?
will be 39. Well, actually higher.
probably higher,
Your
yeah.
expertise will go up.
Yeah, the DCs once you get to high levels, the numbers in general when you get to high levels are ridiculous.
Good gods.
One of the things I genuinely like about Pathfinder is that, like, a first level character physically cannot touch a 20th level character. Like,
Yeah.
physically can't.
It's not possible.
You will critically miss every time.
There you go.
So, like, it's an interesting scale that way. But hold on. Saving throw. And which one are you targeting with that?
This one right here. So I'm gonna push him back into the column of fire.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hold on.
And away from Xandri. I don't know if that.
It doesn't, but he will definitely be in the fire for when Xandri's turn happens. Oh.
It damages them whenever they move through it.
Oh, if that's the case, then they'll take damage now. It's actually
It's
his
one of
turn
those at the
next.
beginning of their turns situations.
Yeah, because and it is the beginning of its turn, so it'll take the damage either way. But Andrew,
Hmm?
damage?
Oh, it's 3. Sorry.
3? Okay.
Yeah, it's just a flat 3.
Okay. All right. It'll immediately step back up to where it was and take a swing at Misha for the 14, which misses. And I believe the 20 does hit.
It does.
You'll take 3 as he slashes across the side. This is slashing, not piercing. Xandri.
I am going to reignite my gate, and as part of that, lap out at, I guess, this one.
Okay. Jesus. You just completely immolate him. He screams, catches fire, and just dies.
And just make sure I can make sure to 2. Okay, it's 2 action. He waves his tail at the other 2 as a wave of fire shoots out in 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
Good luck.
Oh boy.
Save or suck. Save or suck.
That was awesome. Roll.
I is that also a basic save?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you right now that even if they succeed, they physically cannot survive this. But I will roll anyway. Oh,
Hey, look, and he's knocked prone.
Oof.
So the last guy, you just see him go flying off into the cavern, and you hear it.
Oh, I'm sad that it cut out.
Mm.
Or microphone.
What? Oh, my mic cut out.
Yeah, you went
Like
to
you were
go
too
do the
high-pitched.
thing, but because you faded your voice for him to fall away, like your mic just turned off because I assume you're not on push.
No, I'm on voice activity.
Yeah,
That would explain
as God intended.
it. Yeah, and he is also definitely gone.
Quispy.
Very crispy. And you guys are out of combat for now. As the kobold is now staring at you in terror. Please don't hurt me anymore. Ah.
Look, I'm just saying, you all asked me to come down here with you, but you didn't give me clear instructions on what we were or were not doing. I will make it better, fine. And I'll just three action heal. And everyone, it says damage, but it's 9 healing.
Yep. Okay.
See,
It's everywhere.
and I look at the kobold directly in the eyes. And I just say, "You're fine," like a bad parent, like a parent, like telling their kid who's crying, like, "You're okay. Stop crying."
Thank you. Ow. Can I please get out of the cage now? Please?
Not my choice.
We have a few questions first.
Hey, I'll be happy to answer whatever you can. Just please get those little blue bastards to stop torturing me. We just want our idol back. They took old Sharptooth.
They took what?
Old Sharptooth.
And what is this idol?
It's an idol that we worship. Old Sharptooth is a powerful dragon, this demon that used to rule this land.
I see. I have another question for you.
Hmm?
Have you and your others been harassing local settlements of people?
I mean, we would do what we gotta do to survive. Not
There
my
are
fault your farms
some-
aren't very well guarded.
That doesn't help your case for your survival, friend.
I'm just being honest.
Perhaps with there being so few of his fellows around, he could go help on the farm to get a cut of the food. There's always some rodents that smaller legs have easier time catching.
I know I personally would like to return to our nest where our shaman and new shaman has been directing us and is waiting.
Oh, perfect. We can take it up with them.
Yes, great shaman Tartuk. That is the one you will want to speak to.
Then for now, you're going to wait here until we come back for you, so that when we all get out of here, you can lead us there and we can have a conversation.
Okay. As long as you promise to let me out of here, I'll wait. I'll wait.
Give you my word on my honor that we will not harm you. We will get you out of there, but I am keeping you in there as assurance that we will be able to have you to lead us and have a conversation.
Hey! I'm in no position to argue right now. I'll wait.
And that solves that for now.
All right. And that's where we're going to end the session for tonight. It is getting pretty late.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody who's come to watch the session.
Good
Tune in next
God.
week to see where the hell all of this goes.
This was a really good session for roleplay, guys.
Oh,
been really
it's also a
good.
great session for Nat 1s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's hear
Yeah.
for Nat Ones. Oh
Yeah.
no,
Nat
don't
ones.
do that.
Or do that. It's a great time.
Golf club.
Perk of everything being a reflex save, I don't have to worry about the fickleness of the dice.
Oh yeah. It's also really nice that you can combo like big things together like that. Or at least it feels like you're comboing big things. Like you're doing work and it feels real good.
Yeah,
Yeah, good to know that the to blunderbuss something, I'm going to need to look at the center of a group of enemies instead of a normal thought process.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a big one.
I mean,
That
by
is
and large, when you're
dumb.
picking out weapons in general, you want to
Good
look at
night,
the
stream.
tags.
So the blunderbuss does like a radius damage. It's not a cone.
What has
Yeah.
scatter?
I'm thinking more it'd be like a cone, like a scatter cone.
I
Yeah,
think
it has,
what's happening is the buckshot is hitting the target and then bouncing off.
Yeah, it's got splash
Right.
damage.
Okay.
It does
That's
splash.
So
scatter,
strange.
Scatter does 1 point of damage per striking rune, technically. So like if you have a regular weapon, it does 1 point of splash damage. If you have a weapon with a striking rune, it does 2. If you have a greater striking rune, it does 3 and 4 and so on.
It's not much
Um,
on its own, but like every number matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more an annoyance than anything.
Oh yeah. No, it like so Bonnie plays a wave